Hi everyone, so today we're going to look at a twist and pop card which has a lovely mechanism inside that splays out to reveal 4 beautiful panels. Right, I'll show you 2 that I bought as a pack so that I learnt the techniques, and then I'll show you how I've taken it to develop it. So these were ready printed and already scored and die cut. So there's one of them. This one has a zebra on it. Okay, so beautiful cards, but a lot of people like to do it from scratch. So this is one that I developed using the same measurements as on those. And that was a nice one. They are pretty weighty cards, so be prepared to either give them or be prepared for the postage. Okay, this is the one that I really enjoyed. Took a little bit more time, but that is beautiful. All right, these are stickers and I've die cut panels to go on there, and this is just simple backing papers. Okay, so that was what I did based on the commercial ones. So we're going to have a look at how to make a bigger card. So this is 15 centimetres or 6-inch square. As usual, the measurements will be up in the top left. Okay, so we start with that. We then need 2 panels, and these differ very much from what I've got there, and they're 28 centimetres by 9. So there's two of those panels. One will make the centerpiece, this bit, and one will make the twist and pop mechanism that goes behind. I've got 3 pieces of backing paper, and they're 14 centimetres square, so they will go on the front of my card. It's going to open that way, so that will go on the front of my card, and the other 2 pieces will go inside. Okay, so that's the start of my card. Okay, I've got some die cut panels that I will use to decorate inside. I usually die cut many more than I need. I've got some red which will do my mat and layer around those. We'll talk about measurements as we go through. And this is what I've decided will be my decoration inside and on the outside front. So this one had a circular motif, and I've die cut a circle and a mat to go behind, but you could easily do it just with fancy scissors. And then I don't know what I'll need from here, so we'll just put that to one side. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, so that it's drying nicely, is we're going to decorate the front of the card and the inside. Okay, so we're going to pop those on. So yeah, I'm going to use a very strong wet glue because the mechanism is going to really be strong on the inside, and if it's not fixed down properly, you'll pull the backing paper off. It's very sticky glue. It's good quality, but it takes a little while to come down to the nozzle. So instead of just going around the outside, I want to be able to go all across stand that up. Right. And then that is my, I'll take those out and then I can see the white edge. So there is the first piece. Okay. Now these pieces on the inside, I need to take special care as the mechanism is going to pull on these pieces. One. Check which way up the card is going. Right, if you're lining the inside of a card, always make sure you're away from this crease line, because you don't want anything stopping that working. And the last one, this will be drying while we work on the inside mechanisms. Okay, so check it's the right way up. And you'll see that we've got it nice and clear of this fold. Okay, so I'm going to just place that to one side and we'll let that dry. Okay, now we're going to look at these two mechanisms. The first one is going to support the panels on the inside. Okay, so it's 28 centimetres that way, 9 centimetres that way, and we're going to divide it into 7 centimetre panels. So we'll bring that in, butt it up against the edge, and we're going to go 7, wrong score tool, 7, 14, 21, and it goes up to 28. Now we need to fold this as a W. Make sure all my edges are matched up, and I'm then going to burnish down. So there is one part of the mechanism. You'll be surprised how easy this is, and it's easy to adjust as well to whatever size card you want. Right, we're now going to look at this mechanism, and we're going to mark our piece at 9.5, 18.5. So I'm going up to the top and I'm going to go 9.5, 18.5. I'm going to slide down and go 9.5, 18.5, just with pencil. Okay, and that's going to give me my cross pieces in the middle. Now the next one, we want to turn it around, and down the full length we want to do 4.5 centimetres. There we go. Now I'm going to use one of my lines I've put on my board, and I'm going to place my first mark there, swivel it round until my second mark is lined up, and I'm going to do my diagonal mark. Turn it round so that I've got this one in the top, and swivel it until my second mark lines up. Make sure they're correct, and you should have, if I can bring it up, you should have the cross lines and the centre line all lined up. I think I can just get it there. Right, next thing I'm going to do is to fold my score lines backwards and forwards. This mechanism is going to turn inside out, and you want it going smoothly. So each of these I have done so that they'll move nicely. Now you've got the line across the middle. Take the line there and push those two pieces together and it will fold itself. Right, so now I want the two legs coming down. And just score those. Right, now this is the mechanism working, so you open it out and close it. Okay, a little adjustment that I like to make is to just take this top bit and just snip the tiniest bit on there, just to take off the point. Okay, right. I'm going to open it out now, and I just want to mark with pencil 4.5 centimetres in and turn it round 4.5 centimetres on this. So we are going to be gluing this patch here and this patch here, so they are opposite corners. Okay, right, I'm going to fold that down again, and we're going back to our card that we made in the beginning, and I want a centre point marked on here. So even it up, and I want 7.5 or 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to place that in there. Make sure that that point is right up to the crease. Right. And in fact you can go over the crease a little bit, because I'm going to loosely hold it and then pull this down, and it will settle itself in exactly the right place against that crease. Okay, make sure that it is straight, and I'm going to use hot glue. A lot of people will use the red liner tape, okay, but I actually struggle to get the red liner tape off and it clings to me. So there we go. So it's now fixed on this top edge. Turn it round. I'm going to put hot glue on this side. And fold it down. So there's the front of my card. It opens up and there is the mechanism working. Okay, so I'm going to take my W, and I need to fix this so it matches exactly with that mechanism. So I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to put glue in this quarter up here and then open it out and make sure that all of my lines are matched up here with nothing hanging over. Okay. Fold that up. Don't want that squirting out further. Fold that over there. So it is now, if I close this up, only fixed in this bottom corner and this top corner. These other bits are loose, and that enables it to fold down. Now you may need to give it a little bit of encouragement to go down the first few times. Alright, but once the card inside wears in, it will automatically work. Right, so I'm going to close that down while I work on the front. Now, first of all, I die cut. So I'm going to move that glue gun in a second. It's better, and then I don't have to keep reaching across. Right, I'm going slightly higher because I want to put a greeting on when I'm ready across here. Then I'm going to put the red matte. If you're worried by using hot glue, then PVA or any wet glue will do. That's nicely matched. With wet glue you do have wiggle room. Now let's have a look. I think that's the right way up for this. And that gives me a little border of red all the way round. There is the front of my card, and it's ready for a die cut greeting when I decide who it's for. Okay, now we can go back to the inside. So we have die cut panels. I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to stick them onto my red. So I'm just going to match up 2 edges here. I'm going to the top corner and match the edges there. And then that means I've only got to cut two edges to match. Next one and the last one. Always check which way your die has cut the card. You want the edges beveled. There we go. So now I can hand cut the rest of my mat. Always cut on past the end, and then you get a really neat corner. Three. 4. Now, when I put them onto here, you can see that I've got a nice white edge all the way round. So I'm going to these. It doesn't matter what order you do them in, but just make sure that they are nicely lined up. Again, make sure that nothing interferes with the fold. The nice thing about hot glue is it doesn't move. There we go. So there's my panels on, and just check the mechanism again because you've added extra bulk now to the mechanism. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go back to my sheet. I'm going to put that one out. I'm not sure whether it is going to be a little on the large side. Now I could leave one of my panels for the greeting, or I could add another panel down here for my greeting. Right, that is just about right size. So there's the Christmas bells. Right. Then we'll take this one here and try that. And because I've got a big element there, I'm going to put this one over at the start so that I've shared the sizes out. So that's that one. And I think we'll take this one here, a smaller element on there, and I'm going to take another smaller one from here. Now you can see I'm left with quite a few bits that I can still use on another card, or I can add some more to the front. One. One. Right, so just give it a little help as it closes. There is my front, plenty of room for my greeting. Open it up and there's a beautiful surprise for the recipient. Okay. So it's only made up from an A4 sheet of paper, a big piece of card, and a normal 6-inch or 15cm card. The rest is just scoring and decorating. Okay. So a quick recap. This was a commercially prepared one, which gives you a much smaller card. But I bought that to just understand the mechanism and how it worked. Okay, so there's that one. This one has got greetings on alternate panels. Okay. This one was made from just some card that went with a decoupage set like this. So I used bits of the backing card and I used just small elements from off the topper sheet. But I have to admit, this one was my favourite, just using 5 stickers, okay, and a little bit of die cutting. So a beautiful card, suitable for any occasion. Okay, so have a go and see if you can produce one from just stuff that you've got around your craft room. Okay. Happy crafting and God bless you all.